Okay guys, today's treasure hunt has brought us to the town of Fayette Courthouse. The town was founded in 1810, and we're starting here at the courthouse because this courthouse is real famous, and the reason that's famous is because there was a riot here in 1894. I think there's a plaque right here. So here's the plaque. But basically what had happened is a man had assaulted a local woman here, and he was on trial here at the courthouse, and a large group of people had gathered here, and they wanted to lynch the guy basically. So the Governor William Mckinley called in the National Guard, and William McKinley actually became the president of the United States. So by the time the National Guard got here, the guy had basically pleaded guilty to the charges, and they sentenced him to like 20 years in prison. Well, the crowd didn't like that, so basically they wanted to kill him. Basically the reason I'm coming up here, guys, is because look, you can still see the bullet holes in the door. Look at it. See the bullet holes? I don't know why they wouldn't have fixed that, but like I said, it's really historical. So basically the crowd didn't like that. They wanted to lynch him, so they were basically storming this courthouse, and the National Guard basically told them to disperse. So the captain of the National Guard ordered them to disperse. Well, they didn't. They just kept coming. Then the captain just told them to open fire. So they opened fire on a crowd of people in this courtyard. So you can just imagine this whole courtyard was full of people, and they just opened fire on them, and they actually killed 6 of them and wounded 12. Okay guys, we're at our location. So basically what's in here now is the high school, but one of the buildings over here on the corner is pretty old. It's just unreal. Look how big this place is, man. It's like a college. But the reason we're here, if you look at this map, is this used to be the fairgrounds, and the only road that's here that's on that map is the road out here called Willard. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus in this field over here, and the reason is because the school's here, but one of them's old. I mean, unless they look kind of old, but there used to be a school right in the corner, but on the other side you can kind of tell. I think they just redid them. But in this corner there was an old school in there at one time. But I think our best bet's in this field over here. And like I said, this was all a fairground. There used to be a giant track over there. But it's just unreal how big, man. I've never seen a school this big. You know what I mean? And I think the middle school's in here too. So this says Fayette Middle School, and this is the high school over here. There's a library there, but it's just huge. And we're like in the country in Ohio is where we're at. This is not a really big town. Well, I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get onto a good signal. Okay guys, we're onto our first signal. The reason I came all the way over to the other end, there's like a big tree here, and there's actually where one's been cut down right here. So I'm gonna go around the outside edge right now. And like I said, this used to be a fairgrounds. So back in the 1800s, it was a fairgrounds. Looks like it's in a plug. Huh. There we go, coin. Looks like it's just a dime. Most of the reason I came here because I just figured this field, I mean, they got all this, because there's like a track over here. I think the football field's in here too. So I figured this would be the side they wouldn't have dug up. Yeah, that ain't a great signal, but let's check it. That's in the plug too. So you can see the halo. That's a key. So we got us a key, old key. I mean, it's probably from the 40s or the 50s. It ain't like it's 1800s. I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get on to something else. Okay, guys, I'm on to another signal. It's coming in at 12:38. I'm trying to do the ones that are a little bit in the ground, you know, like 5 or 6 inches, plus the higher tones, because all I'm digging, I've been digging a lot of clad so far. I think I just dug one pull tab. Uh, 12:37. It's not even a coin. It's just some trash. That sucks. I could have swore that was gonna be something. I thought it was on, at least look at it in my mouth, I was gonna say it was a coin. Well, I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get on something else. Okay guys, I'm on to another signal. It's coming in at 12:38. I'm trying to do the ones that are a little bit in the ground, you know, like 5 or 6 inches, plus the higher tones, because all I'm digging, I've been digging a lot of clad so far. I think I just dug one pull tab. Uh, 12:37. It's not even a coin. It's just some trash. That sucks. I could have swore that was gonna be something. I thought it was on, at least look at it in my mouth, I was gonna say it was a coin. Well, I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get on something else. Okay guys, I'm on to another one. 12:42. Yeah, we probably won't go as far down because that was like just a pond over there. It's just weird. Certain spots are dry and others ain't, but it's been raining like crazy. It's rained for like a week. That might be a good sign of Santa's way at the bottom of the hole. And there's what was it, a 1,000-year-old can? I mean, it's a can, but it's an older one, like a rusty can. See, it's got the old pool. I mean, this is a good sign because, like I said, I'm trying to find the fairgrounds. Now, if I was pulling out a bunch of regular aluminum cans, I'd know this was fill dirt, but I don't think it's fill dirt. At least most of it ain't. Well, I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get on to another one. Okay, guys, I'm on to another one. 1243. That's just weird. Wow, this feels a little soupy here. Still haven't came across an old coin. It's basically just been clad, but I've been finding a lot of it. You can see how it's a little soupy in there. But it's weird one. It's probably that tree over there probably sucks all the water out of the ground. It's way down in there though. Hopefully it ain't a can or something. Looks like something. It's a bottle cap, I think. Yeah, it's a bottle cap. That's way down in there. I'll probably end up working back towards that tree if this is the case. But I'll probably, because I wanted to, I mean, there's no way I could grid this whole field, but I was thinking about just zigzagging it. Just digging the real banging signals. Then if I come across, you know, some weeds or something old, then I'll stop and start gridding again. But there's a lot of signals. I'm sure there's something. I mean, there's got to be. I know there's silver in here. There has to be. But like I said, when you come to a place you don't know, but the school, one of those schools up there, I think the other side, I think they're old schools. They've just redone them. Maybe when we get done, I'll do the wrap up around the front of the building so you guys can see. Plus it was kind of cool, kind of a little cold. I wish I would have brought a jacket but it's warming up now. But see, even doing it this way, sometimes it's, you know, you come up with a plan. Like I'm trying to go to the inside, then here all the good stuff could be on the outside, because I've been to old parks and I found the old stuff like going down towards the sidewalk. But there's actually another tree over here, so I think we're going in the right direction. But the signals are, I mean, I've been getting signals like crazy, now all of a sudden it's dying off. But there's a lot of history in this town. I've never been here before, and we're definitely will be back, because the reason I came here in the first place was because there's a couple old houses that I seen, and I was gonna stop and see about getting permission here in town. And it's not really, they're not that far from the school here. It just, like I said, this here is school property, and they don't want you on their football field and stuff like that. So that's why I chose this too, because I figured no one would even care if I'm out here. But I mean, they have local cops, and one's already drove by, but he didn't stop, and I was kind of worried that he might stop and tell me I had to leave. But you know what I mean, it's school property. This part out here, they're not even using this part. I'm not going to go in where the athlete fields are or anything. They have a soccer field. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just focused on this here, because like I said, usually a place like this, like in Columbus, they don't care, but here they could. But a lot of times if you go, like there's a guy up there right now working on the lawn, and he could come out and tell you to leave too. But so far no one's bothered me. But when I first got here, I was kind of a little hesitant about it and was thinking about going somewhere else. So I'm like, nah. But there's another tree here. But I mean, it's like the signal's just dropped off. Here's one. And a lot of these signals, when you hear these hard signals, they're not hitting 12s. It's a good thing to dig them, because when you're at a school like this, you can find a lot of silver rings. You know, and that a silver's on a bang just like that, but it could just be a regular clad coin. But a lot of schools, not saying you, I mean, there's possible that you could find a gold like class ring or something, but I'd probably just return it. I've never found one before that was solid gold, but I found a lot of silver ones. Or, you know, people, or they break up with their boyfriends and they throw the ring. There it is. Just a quarter, so. But that could have been a big silver ring. So always dig them. I mean, I'm passing up a few signals because I was digging so much clad. But like I said, since the signals have dropped off, I'll probably dig anything banging now. And this is, you know, over there, you got to think it's just around the street, so there could be a lot more trash over there. But any signal I get here that's banging, I'm digging it no matter what, because we're like in the middle of everything, so there's not a lot of foot traffic through here. That's 1232. But see, I can tell they're small targets. See how the coil is? See? Then you just, other than I don't think it's very deep. And it's not a very high signal. It's almost like a penny signal, more or less. Because a lot of times when you're in a place you're getting a lot of signals, man, it'll wear you out quick. For sure it's in that plug. No, what I do? Already threw it in the hole. There it is. It's just like a rim off of something. Trash. And I don't think it's been a real long, because there's no old houses around this. But if you look, the older houses are over that way with that map that I showed you. So it probably, I don't know how long it was a fairgrounds, but I have another map. If I can find it, I'll show it to you. And it's early 1900s, and it shows a school over at the end that we're over at the other end. But they obviously didn't develop over here with these houses over here ain't that old. Come on. This is another one of them signals. It's not a great signal. I'd say this is probably, more than likely, it's probably trash or a can or something. A lot of times when you get around these trees too, you got to think when it's hot out, you know, people sit under here and have a couple beers in the shade. Then they throw all their beer caps on the ground. Sure, I didn't knock it off. Huh. Yeah, that's a coin. Huh. It looks odd, but I think it's a dime. Yeah, it's just a dime, Clyde dime. So I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get onto another one. Okay guys, I'm onto a signal. It may be a trash signal, but I come back over by these trees, these two old trees over here. Mostly I'm just doing it because I think I'll have better luck over here. Oh, the numbers are all crappy. Man, with that pinpointer chirping like that's kind of telling me it's trash. But we're gonna find out what it is. There it is, trash. Same, I already found one piece of it. I don't know what that is. That might be an antenna off a car. Because like I said, the street's right here. See what it is. I'll probably just dig every signal over here. Come on, silver. I mean, this is a shallow. It's a coin. That looks like silver. Got to look at them real close because there's a lot of water in here. A lot of times they'll come out real black. So I just rub like the edge and you can see the copper in it. Just a regular dime. That's a lot of them, man. I don't know how many I've dug so far, but I've dug a lot of coins. Keep looking at this glass. It's just modern. At first I thought it was older glass, but it's not. This might be. Hopefully we can get in there because we're like right up on it. But that don't mean nothing, man. I found old coins against the trees before. Huh. There it is. Looky. Oh, come on, be an oldie. I mean, it looks old. It looks green. Look at it. Come on. It's a weedy. See what I'm talking about? So we're like a foot away from the tree, and that's the oldest coin we found today. Here, let's see what year it is. But it's only a 1950 something, it looks like. Well, I'll get back to you guys. I'm gonna grid the whole thing. I'll go around this whole tree. So I'll get back to you as soon as I get onto a good signal. Okay guys, I'll make this as quick as possible because the wind's just kicking up over here big time. But this is the front, so I brought you around. I guess it's all new. It just looks new, look. So on that one map, that's where the old school was, but you see what I'm talking about? It's kind of weird that they have this much money to do this much. And there's no plaques or anything anywhere, so there's nothing saying that it's old school. So they basically, this is all new. It's just unreal that they have this much money to build this. I mean, look how big it is. It's all the way down the street. I mean, this thing's the size of a block. The high school's down that way. The library's right there. But it's huge. But I'll show you what we found. And we're definitely going to be back. I just hit a small part of that. We haven't really been here that long, maybe 2.5 hours. I mean, we dug a ton of coins. I mean, we dug a ton of coins. Look at all these coins we dug. And we only found one wheat penny. This is probably it right here. So we only found one wheat penny. I was hoping that was going to be an Indian, but it wasn't. And I don't know what this is. I actually, when I found this, I thought this might be something old, and I was kind of gridding that area. But like I said, we just did like a real small part of it. And Excalibur worked out great today. Doesn't look new anymore, does it? And of course we're using the Profine, and I did the Garrett. There was nothing wrong with it. So basically I just had the Garrett in my drawer. I was gonna send it back to him to have work done to it, and one day I got up and put a battery in and it started working. So more than likely what happened is moisture got into it. So a lot of times where the cap is, where the battery is, the best thing to do is take electrical tape and wrap it around it. I usually do, but I didn't then, and that's probably what happened, because a lot of times what I'll do is I just take it up to the kitchen sink and I'll just dump it in there and scrub it up real good. And that was about when I used it, then basically I had the problem. So there was nothing wrong with it. I'll probably use it here shortly, maybe our next hunt. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye.